2 trim options to make it easier for buyers. Cross country is standard. Crown Volvo gives us the 2023 Volvo V90 Cross Country B6 all-wheel drive Ultimate in denim blue metallic. And through this review, we're going to compare this to a Mercedes-Benz E450 all-terrain wagon, an Audi A6 all-road. I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides. I'm going to go over all the specs and details starting now. A Volvo V90 Cross Country gets the best ground clearance, comparing it to the rivals. Thor LED headlamps and daytime runnings with LED fog lamps. It's more in your face, so it keeps the sedan profile, and that's what the V90 does. It keeps a rugged stance just like the rivals with bulged out fenders. The Ultimate features 20-inch diamond cut alloy wheels, all-wheel drive with instant traction, double wishbone front suspension and Integral Link rear suspension, advanced electronic stability control, cross-country badging on the lower sill that's going to be in the satin aluminum. The same thing for the roof rails and that long polished off flat roof line, which is the signature for the V90. The longest in length at 195.2 inches with a wheelbase at 115.8 inches. When you're looking at the Mercedes-Benz or the Audi, what you're going to notice, clearance, and it's also the longest. So we'll have that extended back, helping with cargo, lower roof spoiler, integrated LED tail lamps that's vertical set, hidden exhaust with the cross-country badging on the lower bumper, front and rear parking sensors, and the satin aluminum to polish off. Towing will not be the best, but you still have 3,500 pounds. The Audi will be the best in this class. Power lift gate to go inside to 19.8 cubic feet. You have a little area here that can hold on to some goodies with a 12-volt charger. Underneath the floor, you will receive a spare tire. Split fold the rear bench at a 40-60 split with a pass-through, increasing cargo to 78.3 cubic feet, which is the best in class. Let's go inside, start it up so you can hear that exhaust note. And even though it's a Volvo, it still packs performance numbers, in which a lot of people, when they look into a wagon, they're not expecting to get full-blown performance, but Volvo does a little twist to it. And they back the performance with a 2.0-liter turbocharged and E-charged 48-volt mild hybrid system with regenerative braking, giving a combined of 295 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. That's paired to an 8-speed Geartronic automatic transmission, achieving 22 to 29 mpgs with a 0 to 60 around 6 seconds, with a quarter mile at 14.8 seconds, stopping 70 to 0 under 170 feet. This will not be the fastest variant, however, you'll get better mpgs with this. It's going to be a bit smoother because of the ground clearance being pretty much like an SUV. Let me know in the comments what you think about the 2023 Volvo V90 Cross Country as we go into the interior, go over the tech, and take this for our test. Entering inside the Volvo V90 Cross Country, you're going to receive 37.8 inches of headroom, 42.2 inches of legroom, Napa leather seating surface, 16-way power seat adjustments, ventilated, heated, and massaged because we have the Ultimate real wood inlays. The dash is going to be more of your flat standard dash layout, but you do get some contrast stitching, upgraded Bauer & Wilkins sound system, integrating into the gloss black around all of your air vents, and you'll get the chrome that wraps around all of the lower trim. Going into the 9-inch vertical touchscreen, we have navigation with pinch and swipe. Click the home button, Google Assist, Google Play Store, Apple CarPlay, Sirius XM, FM, streaming Bluetooth audio. Put it into reverse. You have a 360-degree reverse camera, and you can click onto those icons there, or the cameras, and you can see any imperfections around you. Working underneath with that beige interior area for your cell phone, or you could just close it up and you'll have the driftwood 12-volt charger right here next to an area that you could put your key fob. No more leather wrapped around the key fob. It's going to be all plastic. Cup holders, a 20-ounce will be efficient. Or first crystal gear lever. It's going to be more firm to drive, open up inside. You'll get a couple more USB ports. It's not as deep or as wide, and it's a little bit more pushed back. Leather wrap steering wheel, 3-spoke, and I like the two-tone that they give, multi-function. The gauge cluster, your maps, and it is configurable. Heads-up display, integrating into the door panels with the upgraded Bauer & Wilkins sound system and the memory seats for the front occupants. The driftwood and the chrome, a little bit more sporty for your elbows, one touch up and down, dual pane windows, and a large storage pocket. For the back seats, I'm at 37.7 inches of headroom, 35.9 inches of legroom. I have a lot of room back here. I do wish that the floor was completely flat though, because I'm gonna have to share feet space with the occupants next to me. And what I mean by that is these seats actually push you inward. Dual climate control in the back with your heated seats, air vents in the center and on the side pillars. 2 USB-C ports with a storage compartment behind both of the front seats. The door panel gets your manual sunshade. More everyday materials with the driftwood, same pattern as the front, bit more sporty for your elbows, one touch up and down for your windows. It's a pretty long storage pocket, just a little narrow. Sitting into the center, headroom is no issue, nor is leg space, but the feet space, butt and shoulder space kind of is. Butt space is okay because the way these seats are, it actually has a configuration where it feels like this is a third seat. But as for your shoulders and your feet, you're going to be up close and personal. 295 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque. It's a smooth ride. And because of that clearance being what it is, it really makes it a little bit more easier for me in the sense to option a vehicle like this, because you're almost at an SUV stance and yet you're a wagon. So you have that practical use in the cargo, which is something that just sets itself in another tier. Because when you get into a sedan, you do lose space for the back seats and you lose a substantial amount of cargo. In this, because it's a box structure and it's lower to the ground, easier to put everything in the cargo. Towing, I kind of wish was at least 5,000 pounds. A heads-up display I can't see with the polarized glasses, so I am starting to lose some of those luxury amenities in which I would pay for, so I'd have to throw away my polarized glasses. But the seat's ever so comfortable with the massage on the back. It just makes it so much better. Ventilated and heated seats, so you have all the upgrades when you get into the Ultimate. When you do not option this, you will not receive that and the upgraded Bauer & Wilkins sound system. Show you a little dynamics. She can get up to speed without too many issues at all. You're going to be faster than the majority of the people on the road too. So if you option this opposed to getting an SUV, that's one thing that makes this a lot better. Now it's going to take me to the things that I like and dislike, because anything more than that, I'd be buying this V90. To start off with, what I like is this is a practical vehicle. You're getting great gas consumption. You have the best cargo capacity for a wagon. The second thing that I like is the ride comfort, and here's that 0 to 60. And your braking. As you get up to a higher speed, the road noise does filter in. The adaptive cruise control in this is just as good as the Mercedes and Audi, which for the price point is awesome, because you're going to be spending a lot more for those two vehicles. Turn radius at more or less a stop point is going to get about almost 3 lanes. Give her some go. Just a relaxed drive. The last thing that I like is the seat settings. You not only get 16-way power seat adjustment with massage, ventilated, and heated, but when you do the cushion extensions, for someone tall like me, it actually goes all the way to my kneecap. which is something that's not normal in most of the rivals. Three things that I dislike starts off with the towing capacity is less than all of the rivals, in which this same engine in an XC90 gets 5,000 pounds of towing for the all-wheel drive. The second thing that I dislike is the Apple CarPlay is not wireless, and we just now received it, so I would have hoped to see this. We still don't have Android Auto. The last thing that I dislike is you can't option this as a third row, but you can for the Mercedes E450 all-terrain wagon. At this price spec, because we have a lot of different things added to it, nearly $74,000, you do receive quite a bit of a bang for your buck when you are looking at the competitors, because their MSRP starts at nearly $69,000 for both of them. So if you wanted to option up a wagon, this is the way to go. I'd like to thank Crown Volvo Cars for giving us this 2023 Volvo V90 cross country for our car review. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Hawkeye community. If not, I don't know what you're waiting for. Click the next video and the subscribe button. Check out the merchandise, Instagram and website, and everything we do here at Hawkeye Rides.